Welcome back for another Into the Dark after show. Tonight we're going to be breaking down? I think they're going down. Maybe they weren't going down. I don't know. They weren't going anywhere. Anyway, this is going to be a fun episode full of terror. All of that and more starts now.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Welcome back to another episode of Into the Dark. We're talking about Down. So this is our Valentine's Day episode. This was a fun one for me. I liked it quite a bit. We're also going to have some fun release dates for you, and we're going to find out from everybody what would your significant other do on Valentine's Day that you would kill them for. So that's going to be a fun one for later. Before we jump into everything, I just want to introduce my panel. We have to my left, Briana Phipps.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, guys, it's Krista.
And Krista Flentje. Awesome. And before we dive into everything, because there was a lot in this episode, they got stuck in the elevator. I mean, this entire thing was filmed basically in an elevator. There was just a little bit towards the end that wasn't in an elevator, and somehow I was still interested.
Yeah, same.
Before we get into the in the elevator, the out of the elevator, that little twist ending that we got, twist middle even, what do you guys think just overall?
Yeah, I like this one. It was cool, the concept that we were pretty much in the elevator the entire episode, minus like a couple minutes, but I liked it. I don't know where I'd rate it yet among the other ones, but it's up there. I liked it.
I liked it. I think for me, the beginning was a little too slow. I kept being like, when are we getting to it? And then when we got to it, it was really cool. But then I was also like, where are we going now? Because I kept looking, I was like, wow, we still have a ways to go. And I feel like we've gotten to the climax now. So pacing-wise, it was a little off for me, but I still liked the concept and I still enjoyed myself watching it.
Yeah, I agree. It was a really, really cool concept. And it was cool that they filmed almost the entire thing in an elevator. But it was a slow beginning. I almost felt like I was watching a romance movie at the start. I was like, oh, they're going to fall in love. And they do it in the elevator.
Yeah, they kept like
spoilers.
Trying to like keep you off track. Like they were like, oh, there's somebody watching them, but
there was no one.
There was not. Well, a camera was.
I mean, there was a camera. Yeah, they did like trick you a tiny bit with that. But what did you guys think of as Guy was his name?
And I actually wrote in my notes at one point, what was he talking, when he was like, oh, I was lying to you the first time, and he was just like, I've seen you around. I'm like, this guy's shady.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, maybe it's him, but then I was like, that's so far-fetched. And then when it did happen, I was like, what?
Because of the way that they were filming it in the beginning with the camera, I wanted to like him. Like, I wanted to be like, oh, wow, it's actually a good guy, and there's just going to be some creep that ends up murdering them. But that would be too easy.
Yeah.
And of course he had, I think like what I said to someone was, you know those times when you're on like dating apps or something and you like turn someone down and they like freak out and call you all the nastiest names? That was him in physical form.
Yeah. That was him like on steroids. You get to see him in your face. Yeah, you're so right about that. What a great comparison. Because we've all been through that. I definitely was suspicious of him. I think to me he was just too perfect. In the beginning I was like, oh, this guy is like literally perfect. He's
so nice.
Yeah, and he was so like bashful the way he was talking about things. And he was like kind of shy.
Telling her
and
to pee in her thermos.
Yeah, he was also really calm about the situation.
Yeah.
You potentially could be in there until Tuesday. That's no way to be acting right now.
No, I would never be that calm.
No.
That actually,
I mean, luckily they had wine and chocolate, so
and a thermos to pee in.
for 3 days. What was it? Friday.
It was a long weekend.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. That's almost 4. That's like 4, almost 5 days.
It's like knowing where we ended up. I'm just like, how long was he going to
keep that up? Like the whole
Seriously.
weekend?
Like, and how come he didn't prepare a little better? Like, why didn't he randomly have like a meal on him?
Yeah.
Like,
some
I brought this
snacks.
for lunch and I didn't end up eating
You want
it.
to get her drunk on an empty stomach.
That's why. And I mean, it worked.
Yeah,
They
it did.
100% did it in the elevator. I mean, I saw that coming also. Did you guys see that coming?
Yeah.
Like,
She was getting frisky.
I didn't see the extent of how much they were gonna like let us watch coming.
Oh yeah, they let us watch a good chunk.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They like actually.
Well, because I didn't know if Hulu allowed nudity, which apparently it does. We know this now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. I don't think I've ever noticed on there before if they do or don't.
We saw. Oh, there's one show that we saw a man butt in. It was
on
the
Hulu?
Castle Rock, on Hulu.
You're right.
So there's also some.
But Castle Rock also. Well, no, I guess these are mature as well.
Yeah, there's like mature watching. So I guess for that they'll show you little bits and pieces, but it works.
We'll always get man butt.
We always get man butt. I'm not complaining.
No, that's okay. It's totally fine.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, so I definitely, coming into it, was very suspicious of him and, was kind of just waiting for the reveal, although I wasn't totally prepared for exactly what it was. But before we get into that,
Yes.
Krista does have a special message for all of you here at AfterBuzz.
So, hey guys, we just wanted to say thank you for making us the ESPN of TV talk. For us to continue to grow, we could use your help. If you are on YouTube right now, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. And if you're on YouTube, please give us 5-star rating. But no matter where you are, leave a comment so you can be involved with the conversation. Being a part of AfterBuzz TV has meant so much to all of us, and we truly appreciate you supporting us and doing what we love. Don't forget to tell your friends and keep enjoying our shows.
Yes, thank you guys so much. You're like our 4th co-host there at home. We have the live chat open right now, and we can also chat along with you if you're here and you want to chime in on our conversation. So we really do appreciate you guys, and giving us those little thumbs up, those 5 stars, really helps us as a network and helps us as individuals grow with the comments that you give us, and we really do appreciate everything.
Yes, thank you.
We love it. We always get to talk about stuff here. It's so fun. And speaking of talking about things, they got really, really close in that elevator. Like we said, they did it.
They did it.
They did it. I was trying to put that as tactfully as possible. Were you expecting her reaction after they were finished? Because I kind of thought that they had a little love connection going there. Of course, that wouldn't make for the best movie, but...
They, totally reacted as typical gender roles, but opposite.
Yeah.
So she was, the guy that was like, wait, you think you could fall in love with me? And he was, almost crying when she got up. I was like, wait a second.
It was weird, yeah.
I mean, he seemed like... I wasn't surprised by how he reacted at all from how they had depicted him thus far. He seemed like a really sensitive guy. He seemed very into her. I think...
He didn't seem that sexually active. He had no raunchy stories, so maybe,
So, the way that they both... I didn't think of her reaction to be, that intensely negative. I thought, that she was going to be like, wow, that's kind of fast, but I didn't, realize she was like, no, I still want my ex back.
Which, I mean...
Yeah.
I that's a weird position to be in. Just because you love somebody else obviously doesn't mean that you can't have no strings attached, non-feeling sexual encounters with other people. I know it's not necessarily the same thing for everyone. People can sort of compartmentalize that. It's just interesting to me that she was literally on her way to go see her ex-fiance, who, like you said, she wanted to get back together with. And she's like, you know what? I'm just going to sleep with this guy in this elevator. I got trapped in this elevator.
Why not?
Just, sure.
Could be
I'm
here
already
a while.
starving, so why not do some physical activity to make me more hungry?
Yeah, right. Or thirsty. That was another thing I thought of. They only had one small bottle of water.
They peed in the thermos.
Well, no, they had the thermos, but she finished.
And
it was
that
empty.
water bottle he had.
And the water bottle he had, and then the wine.
Can wine...
I mean, there's water in wine.
I guess that's true.
But you should...
It's not going to make you as hydrated, obviously, as water's going to, but it's better than nothing.
It'll keep you from dying.
But they drank it all in one sitting, so they weren't really trying to...
They were really banking on someone, rescuing them quickly.
Yeah.
They weren't saving their rations at all.
I would be scared. I'd be taking one sip an hour.
Well, I guess for him, he was like,
he knew.
I can turn this around if I get really thirsty or hungry.
I mean, I guess, worst case scenario, if it gets really bad and, he's starting to feel a vibe between them, which he did, I feel like it would have worked out more in his favor had he, when he started to feel the vibe, asked her out on a date and then turned the elevator back on.
Yeah.
It might have...
Or been like, oh my gosh, look what I just found in my pocket. Weird.
Weird. I'm actually the,
Yeah, because there's no turning that around. You lied to her already.
That's
I'd be
true.
like, what?
Yeah, you'd have to...
I peed in a thermos because of this. Yeah.
Or you'd have to time it. You'd have to wait till she had to pee again or something, and then while she's doing that,
Turn
be
it
like,
back.
I'm like, oh
yeah.
look
Or
at
do
what
like
happened.
the sunblocker in the car where you pull the thing down, the keys fall out. Oh, look, it's here.
Look what was under this tile.
this whole time. Oh,
I wonder if it
great.
fits into this convenient keyhole.
Let's try.
Fits as well. Oh, I was gonna make a sexual joke, and that. No.
No. Nice. Woo. You're gonna have to tell me afterwards. I want to know what this joke is. That would have definitely worked out better in his favor. His reaction to it was really strong, and that's where we hear his whole story come out. Was that a surprising turn for you? Because it kind of was for me.
I mean, him being responsible wasn't as surprising, but I mean, you have to know what you're doing. So, like, janitor or something. I was like, he had to be in the building in some capacity to know how to do that and know she was going to be there.
Yeah, I think the most surprising part was how intensely he reacted. Like, oh, I've been stalking you for months, and it's just like, whoa, dude, you're throwing it all out
knew
there.
all the details and revealed.
Like, you could have kept it back. You could have just been talking about like, oh, I was really falling for you and really into you, and this is crushing me. But no, you're like, nope. I have all these time-stamped photos of you coming in and out. You wore an orange jacket. I hate orange.
But I loved it on you.
Yeah.
It didn't matter.
And now
like,
you
oh,
turn
okay.
me down. Now you want your ex back.
Well, and that's what made me mad about her is because he's clearly psychotic, and you should be reacting in a way different manner. She, like, everything she did, she just tried to piss him off more, and I'd be like, oh, yeah, I love you too.
Yeah. Or at least be like, well, let's
Or,
go
like,
on a date.
fake it for a bit.
Yeah, to get
do
yourself
whatever
out
you
of there.
can. Yeah.
And Adam Morales in our chat was just asking if he made the carving they found, and they did show that he did do that. Towards the end, they showed that he did that so that she could have
the
a
worst.
distraction so he could turn the elevator
key.
off.
So sneaky. He'd planned this for who knows how long. Went out and got a suit and everything. I'm wondering also because he. Go
Sorry,
ahead.
I was
go
going to say
ahead.
that was the most surprising. What, like, not even so much like the stalkering and calling her all those names, because I mean we've seen that happen before.
Oh yeah.
But the fact that he had this whole life before her where he was an attorney and was really rich and got every girl he wanted, but then
Right.
killed a girl in a car accident and going to jail for like 6 months because he had a good attorney and was rich. And then now he's a security guard because no one will hire him. That I was like, what?
Yeah.
No.
Life-turning events.
That was quite a backstory. And I was also, and because of that backstory, that's so funny, that's exactly where I was going. Do you think that he was already like that and just isn't used to being told no? Or did he get some sort of trauma from the car accident that he
Maybe
was
a
in
little
that
of
made him...
both.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you ever explain locking someone in an elevator and then all of the things that happen after doing that? You know?
That's a good
He
point.
killed a couple people.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and was gonna kill her too when she rejected him.
He was oddly good at it.
He was oddly good
and he
at
didn't
it.
seem to like think twice.
No, he didn't. Not much remorse.
And he didn't seem to have any remorse about the girl he killed in the car.
So he was just an automatic psychopath.
He seemed more like obsessed with the fact that he lost everything than this girl lost her life because he missed an exit.
Ugh.
Because he was too obsessed with like sex at that moment.
Right. She's putting her panties in his glove compartment.
Like he was almost like he wanted her to feel
Yeah.
bad for him, and I'm like, I don't feel bad for you, dude.
No.
And then it was at the same time, he was just kind of like more showing off, like, look at my money. I had this Audi. I flipped it 7 times, but I only had a bump in my head, and this girl like exploded upon impact.
Crazy. So crazy. And you're right, he was lamenting the loss of his life that he used to have more than her life.
Yeah, Adam says he thinks that he's just nuts and is used to getting his way.
yeah.
I can kind of see
Spoiled
that.
brat.
Fits with his personality type,
I mean,
definitely.
he was able to play off the sweet dude for a while.
He was
though.
good at it.
He was
He
very good
psychopath.
at it.
He was. No, you're right. I 100% in the beginning was like, this guy's too good to be true.
He's so
There's
calm.
no way. I know. If I was locked in an elevator with someone like that, oh my God.
I'd be like, stop it.
No, it would be so bad. I would literally be taking pills and being like, you need to just shh, shh, shh. I can't breathe.
He was real calm.
She should have also held her cards though. Like when he helped her escape, and then she
that's
flipped
what
him
I'm
off. I was
saying.
like, "Girl, like
No, she did that so
I
many times. There's so many
know.
situations where you could have just been out. Like when he first reacted, why didn't you just be like, oh no, I won't call immediately. I'm going to call the cops. You're going to jail.
yeah, let me take this already obviously psychotic
Yeah.
man and just like let him know
him.
what I'm gonna do." Piss him off even more. No, like you have every right to be upset and mad at
like,
him,
hold it
but just
in.
hold it in. Get out of the situation. Call the
The
cops.
flipping off
Be
in
smart.
the elevator was so ridiculous to me. I was like, is she for real right now?
Really, it's her fault that those 2 people died.
Yeah.
It's
Because if she
true.
had just
He
left,
trusted her.
if she
Like,
had just left, they would still be alive.
you could have flipped him off when the cops came and were putting him in the back of the cab. Like, you didn't have
Exactly.
to do it at that moment. I was like, this woman.
I know that you're right. That was super infuriating. I think I have that in my notes too. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Although I did really like the moment where she threatened to cut his junk off with the cigar clippers.
Oh, that was nice.
I was like, oh.
Wish she would have fell through with it, but whatever.
She should have.
Yeah, in the moment I was like, oh, that's mean, and then afterwards I was like, wait,
Should have done it.
should have done it.
Should have done it. Yeah, get rid. Like, this guy's literally trying to murder you.
Although if she had done it, he probably would have bled to death.
he would have bled to death.
Good.
But she would have lived.
But at that moment, like,
Yeah, that's true. You'd have to
then
sit in
she
there
would
with
just be a
him.
murderer.
Yeah,
true.
that's true. Well, I
Well,
mean,
if the security footage got all of it, you're good.
yeah, that was definitely in self-defense.
That's true. She was also very like, I need this cell phone confession from you, but it's like, there's a camera right there.
Yeah, and also he could just take your camera. What are you?
Yeah, he could
Which he
just
did.
smash your
Yeah.
cell phone, which exactly. And speaking of him killing people, those deaths those were pretty spectacular murders, and I actually did laugh.
Well, murder. We didn't really see the other one.
Well, we didn't see the other
No,
one.
we just know she's dead.
But I did laugh really hard when he said, oh gosh, what was his name?
split? It was
he
Ernie.
split. Ernie, yeah, he was like, he goes, hey, Ernie, your girlfriend's looking for you, and just throws
Tosses
her
her body down the elevator.
I actually laughed out loud. I
Yeah.
was like, oh, that was, thank you. That was actually really funny.
That was great.
I just felt so bad for Ernie. He seemed like a nice guy.
did.
Seemed like he had a girl way out of his league. Like, go Ernie.
Way out of his league. I know. That was like the best night of his life probably. He's like, oh my God.
I know, she should have just
hang out
stayed
with
passed
me.
out on
He
the
was gonna
couch.
take her to the roof, and then I was kind of like, Ernie, call the cops. Like, don't try to handle this on your
Eddie. It's
And also,
Eddie.
that's
Sorry,
another
Eddie. Sorry.
time-
I was like, I know I wrote
I
this
was like,
down.
I knew
It
it
was
started
Eddie.
with an E.
Yeah, but that's another time she could have like done something different when she was just on the intercom being like, "Yeah, come let us." I'd be like, "He's psychotic. Call the cops." You know what I
Right?
He's
mean?
trying to kill me.
Like having him come down there.
Don't come down here. Call the authorities.
And I feel especially bad for Eddie because he is the kind of nice guy that would do what he did, like crawling
like crawls
into,
in there.
You're
no.
never supposed to do that.
I've seen too many shows.
Yeah.
where-
The minute he held the hands, I was like, oh no.
Yep.
Aw, poor guy.
That's such a terrible way to go.
Oof, I know.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Blood coming out of his mouth. That was a pretty spectacular death, though.
It was disgusting.
Yeah, it was really, whew, that was a good one. We only got to see technically 2 deaths in this, sort
Yeah.
of 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, sort of 2 in it. And that was definitely my
She got
favorite of
taken
the
out
2.
with flashlight,
Yeah.
but I'm assuming he
Charged
just like smashed her head in with
Yeah.
the flashlight. That's my assumption.
And then threw her down
Yeah.
an elevator shaft. Can you imagine everyone comes back, like nobody knows this
Like that's
happened?
eventually
it
gonna
just
smell.
Exactly.
Yeah, and
What did he think was like what?
and he has all these injuries.
Yeah.
Oh, what happened to you?
They're
dude?
gonna look at the
Nothing.
3 security
Oh,
guards.
we got 2 people missing. A woman that works here and another security guard. Both seem to be missing for a very long time.
and his girlfriend, and they're down the elevator shaft.
Yeah.
Like, are you
Well,
kidding?
the girlfriend might take longer to figure out
That's
because she
true.
doesn't work there. But like,
Right. But you would immediately know that the other security guard is missing and Jennifer is missing.
And like, don't you think
just-
they'd put down somewhere that he was supposed to take his shift that night, or is that just something they did among friends and like didn't tell
but
anyone?
also this is like say hey to your security guards. Like say hi.
Yeah.
Like, get those people's names and faces in your mind.
This is
Because
a
if she
call to
had paid
action.
more attention, like she could have been like, "You're a security guard at this building."
yeah.
Not that that's like any excuse for what he did, but just
No, you're right.
for your own safety, people.
Pay attention to
Pay
your
attention.
surroundings.
That's a really good lesson.
Unless you want to
'cause-
spend Valentine's Day in an elevator shaft. Yeah.
Yeah, no. This is making me never want to take elevators again. I'm already scared of them.
Yeah.
Watching this episode did not help me. Yeah, I definitely was upset at her at times, but she did have kind of a pretty epic ending there.
Again,
She
though.
she finally didn't
Yeah.
give her hand out.
But
she was
what
like, "We're gonna
if
do
it
that."
would have went bad and she could have just kept going?
No, I did think that. I did think that.
I
I was
was
like,
so
girl, what are you
worried.
doing?
This
Why
is
are
the
you
5th
stopping?
time.
I was like, you don't know this is gonna go well.
Yeah, I didn't think it was. I was like, this is going to be the 5th time tonight that she's done this.
Go call the cops, get him arrested, publicly shame
yeah.
him. That might be better.
Yeah, it would be way better. He would end up going back to jail for who knows how long.
Well, yeah, and now the cops are going to be like, did you need to light him on fire?
He
yeah.
has already almost run him over.
Seems a
and
bit
stabbed
excessive,
him
yeah.
She just wanted that epic, like, slow motion
She
flick
did.
of the cigar.
with a cigar. I know. She's like, this feels real cool.
Oh my god,
Flick.
can we just talk for a quick moment about his, like, fixation on the cigar and, like, how it was, like, a penis?
Right?
Yeah, that was really weird.
And that was where she was like, oh, he kept the cigar? backs up. I was like, that's it?
This is what
He did
did
so
it.
much tonight, and that's the thing.
He kept and started smoking my fancy cigar.
Started smoking
Dang
my
it.
fancy cigars. I mean, that was a present for her ex-fiance, supposedly. That was supposed to be for him.
I would have liked to know more about that
That and the
situation.
shirt.
Yeah. And the shirt, you're right,
You
which
know
she
what?
put on.
You know what the best thing would have been? The ex-fiance, like, she shows up at his house all covered in blood, and he's like, this is why we broke up.
You keep doing this.
This is like the third time you keep accumulating these stalkers. When is it going to end, Jennifer?
I told you to stop stalking me. We were done months ago. I have a wife and a baby on the way. Can you please leave me alone? Like, she's stalking him. That would have been, like,
That would have been great.
best.
That actually would have been so amazing. I agree. Well, especially because it shows you like little snippets where she's sending a message and she's like,
Overthinking
miss
it a
you,
million
and then
times.
deleting it, and then she like got surprise tickets to see him, which I'm always weary about. If I broke up with someone, I don't think I would ever get surprise tickets to go see them.
I just don't think unless you have somebody else in on a surprise like that you can ever do that.
Right?
Because
That
you don't
he's
know what
not
their
busy.
plans are.
What if he had a date?
Yeah, exactly. You're not
That's
together
awkward.
anymore. You just show
Yeah.
up.
What
and
if he
he's
was
sleeping
out
with
of town?
someone.
Like, then you just spent all that money. Like,
Yeah.
you have to have somebody in on. Like, if you had a friend that was like making sure he was at a certain
You know
place at a
his
certain time,
roommate.
and you knew he was single.
Yeah.
Okay. But if you're just going and hoping for the best, like, I know in movies they make it seem like this big romantic gesture, but it's really just putting people
Yeah.
out.
Even if you're
it's
in a
inconvenient.
relationship, it's like you need to know he's going to be around to surprise. Like,
Yeah, it's like even if you're throwing a surprise party for someone, you can't just throw it and be like, it's all
Yeah.
gonna work out. No, you have to have people on the inside helping you.
Yeah.
movies make that seem way too easy, and it is not.
I've never even tried to throw a surprise party or do like a surprise thing. To me, it just seems like too
We
much
threw
work.
one for my dad and my mom. Like, I flew out there. She had to have my uncle come pick me up. I had to stay at his girlfriend's
Like it was a
house
whole
while we
spiel.
waited
Yeah.
because it was supposed to be a big surprise for my dad that I came out.
Wow.
It was his 60th birthday,
Yeah,
but,
that's a
but
lot
it
of
was a
planning.
big thing. Like,
Yeah.
I had to, there's a whole process, and we had to, like, keep it a secret so he didn't know that I was there. Like, and I think, like, even, like, someone, like, wanted to hang out with, like, he tried to hang out with my uncle or something. My uncle had to, like, make up an excuse as to why he couldn't go. Like,
too
it's a big
difficult.
thing.
Yeah. Don't listen to movies; they lie.
You had so much help. I know. I would have loved it if she just flew out there and showed up, and he's like, you know what, Jen, this is real creepy. Like,
Yeah.
why are you here? Like,
I've got
we're
a date
done.
waiting.
Yeah, I'm going out to dinner tonight. Although I did, so there was one moment, as frustrated as I was with her this whole episode / movie, there was a moment that I was like, oh, that's awesome. And I was super proud of her. Just quick thinking when she pretends to be dead in the trunk of the car.
Oh yeah.
That was super smart.
She finally gets it together.
I know.
At the end there.
Finally.
I mean, this definitely, like, does make you, like, a little bit afraid. Like, you don't know who people really are. That they can put that mask on and
Or who's watching you.
Yeah.
With what we do on social media, that is frightening.
Well, and that's the thing. You're
She
right.
wasn't even doing that.
Well, it's like I haven't even
No.
seen the Lifetime show You, but I know people talk about it, and like
yeah,
he like
that's
stalks her through social media.
yeah.
Well, that's the thing. They find you, and you can post in certain places, and someone's like, "Oh, I recognize where that place is." So then they
Be there
start
in
going
5.
there.
Be
Yeah.
smart. Tag yourself in places you're not. Take the photo,
Post
get
it
to a
later.
different location, and tag it at that location.
And then tag it. I actually read, and I think it was an interview or it was somebody explaining why Emma Watson, who plays Hermione in the Harry Potter movies, won't take selfies with fans unless they're little kids. She'll do it for them. But she said the main thing is she doesn't want to be tagged where she's at.
Oh.
Then people can find her so easily. And I actually understand that. That makes
scary.
such sense. Yeah. You end up with crazy stalker people who might really easily find out where you
Who might
live,
have sex
or
with
your
you
routine.
in an elevator and then
murder
get
you.
really upset
Try.
when you don't fall in love with them right away and try to
Yeah.
murder you.
And that's also a lesson. If someone falls in love with you in
5 minutes.
5 minutes, say that you love them back, even if you don't mean
Yes,
it.
and then run away.
Also, to anyone
Run
out
away.
there that thinks they're in love with a person because they've been watching them for a very long time, if someone doesn't like you back, that's fine.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you can just move on with your life. You
There's a
don't-
lot of other fish in the
Gonna
sea.
be okay. There are a lot of other fish in the sea, and other people look good in orange too.
But
a
he
big
hated
building.
that color, Zia.
I know.
He
and
hated it.
She made it beautiful to him.
It was the worst color.
Orange.
It's really funny. I think I own one orange shirt.
I know. I was
I
trying to
own
think.
burnt orange dresses and shirts.
I do. Yes, burnt orange.
If you have the right
Yes.
complexion, you can pull it off.
Burnt orange is a nice orange though, because it's not as
talking,
bright.
like-
It's more slightly toned down.
Yeah, like hazard cone orange. Maybe not. Yeah.
Or like chartreuse. It's so bright. I'm like, what is this color? My goodness. But I did like that ending. And I like that something that we've been getting a lot in all of these is sort of, with the exception of Puka, we're getting these endings sort of where you get someone that's a victim sort of being victorious. Because it was in the very first one, the Halloween episode, where the woman ended up killing the hitman. Like, she ended up getting her revenge, and she came back.
Yes.
And then the second one was the Christmas episode, so that was Puka.
No, that was the
Thanksgiving episode. And she also came out on top.
victorious,
Yeah,
yes.
victorious over her father, although, goodness gracious, that was a good one. And then the Christmas episode was just more of a psychological one. I enjoyed the way they did that. And then we get the New Year's episode, which also, there's... Her friend, yeah, that was an interesting one. Her friend was definitely a
who's
psycho.
victorious there?
Yeah.
But she also seemed a little psycho.
Seemed a little bit weird, but she still ended up sort of being the victim and came out on top. And with this one, again,
Well, she was not the
came out
victim,
on top.
and then the
Yeah.
victim.
and then right,
And then benefited from the.
right, and somehow had her own show.
Yeah.
But I like that, and I wonder if that's going to be something that we're going to continue to see in future episodes. Like I'm curious to see if they're going to sort of switch it up and do anything psychological. If the killer's ever going to come out on top, we should start taking bets.
Yeah.
For the next one.
the
Is
next
the killer
ones.
going to win, or is the victim going to win? Killer versus victim. Speaking of some of the next episodes, Briana, I know that you have some release dates for us so we can find out when to look forward to some of the stuff coming up.
Yes, got a little bit of news and gossip here.
Yay!
AfterBuzz TV News.
So they've released the next two, which we know these drop every first Friday, so it's not really so much a surprise as to when they're dropping, but that what they are and the titles of them. So the next one we're going to get will be on April 5th. It's an April Fool's Day themed episode called I'm Just Effing With You.
Wait, that's the next one, so we don't get one for March?
Oh, you know what? No, we do have one for March. Sorry, these are the
okay.
next two that got.
Oh, okay.
They already had released Marches. March, I believe, is a.
What's the holiday in March?
Oh my
St.
gosh,
Patrick's Day?
St.
I think it's
Patrick's
St.
Day.
Patrick's Day.
Yeah, yeah.
And then after that, we're gonna get a Mother's Day themed episode on May 3rd called "All That We Destroy" on Friday.
All That We Destroy. I like the titles that they give you just like a tiny, tiny hint so you kind of have something to look forward to. The April Fool's Day, I'm Just Effing With You is kind of perfect.
That's going to be great.
And
Yeah.
the March 1st is when the next one comes out, and it's called Treehouse.
Treehouse. And that is the, oh my gosh, my brain is...
St. Patrick's.
St.
The
Patrick's
description
Day,
of
thank
it
you.
is Celebu chef Peter Rake tries to escape a recent wave of negative tabloid exposure by retreating to his family's vacation estate in the woods, but the ghosts of his past are everywhere and debts will be settled.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right.
I'm just picturing that he has like some crazy gambling problem and the leprechauns are pissed.
Yeah.
They're like, you owe us a lot of gold.
But a lot of times the theme of the episode is not even the main point.
No,
of the episode.
you're right.
It's just
it's
is
not.
like it's
It's like
just
the
taking
date
place.
it takes place on, yeah.
Yeah.
just around that time, which I actually also kind of appreciate. This one I like that
They could
didn't.
get cheesy if they did
Yeah,
it.
they didn't go
Exactly.
too much into Valentine's Day
No,
thing. Listen, like
it was
you saw the
perfect.
signs, you knew it was Valentine's Day.
It's a long
Apparently
weekend
it's not
because
this
of
year
it. Yeah.
because Valentine's Day was on a Saturday.
Wait, what? Valentine's
Yeah,
Day?
you're right.
Yeah,
and
it apparently
Valentine's
wasn't
Day.
this year.
Oh yeah.
This year it's
Unless
on
we're
Thursday.
Thursday, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So this is a
but
Valentine's
they like
Day
mentioned
pass.
President's Day being Monday too.
always on a
so
Monday,
yeah.
though.
Yeah, but it's just that's weird. You think they would have just went with
Oh yeah.
because it was still a 4-day weekend.
Yeah, right? Valentine's Day would
Weirdos.
be Thursday.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's I did appreciate that a lot because you're right. It could end up being too cheesy, and I like that it's its own story,
Yeah.
but it just sort of takes place on that holiday. And so I'm really looking forward to this next one, St. Patrick's Day. I have a feeling there maybe will be drunk people involved. I don't know. I feel like every time people ask me what I'm doing for St. Patrick's Day or what they're doing, they're like, "We're gonna go drink." I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, or have corned beef and
Yeah, I was like, I
cabbage.
cook. But
Yeah.
Eat food, or
Nice.
drink.
Nice. I don't know what I'm doing this year. And we have a very fun special segment. This time I thought it would be really fun if we sort of thought back to a time that we were with somebody or if we were with somebody, what would you kill your significant other for doing on Valentine's Day? Whether
Hypothetically kill.
Surprise. Yeah, hypothetically kill. We're not actually going to kill
Yeah.
anyone. Yeah. Who wants to go first?
What would you do? Killing your
Nice.
significant other.
I mean, like obvious, maybe like cheating.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where my...
Yeah. And they'd have to, I don't know what
Because
else.
I've been listening to Usher's Confessions a lot lately for some
There we
reason.
go.
I was like, maybe letting me know that they got a girl pregnant.
Knocked another...
But
Yeah.
that involves cheating.
Happy Valentine's Day. I got you this amazing Valentine's gift. Oh, also, I knocked this girl up at work. What?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe like tell me that they had that who I've known this entire time is false. And they are someone
If
completely
they
different.
become a if they're a killer the whole time, and then you just find out on Valentine's Day, that's justification to
That's
kill them.
defense,
Yeah.
Which Jen did.
Yeah. So in that
who's the
case,
killer?
if my boyfriend locked me in an elevator and tried to kill me, then I'd do it.
I was just waiting for one of us to be like, if they made me this dish that I hate.
I know. That's what I was thinking.
If he
Or,
got
like,
me like tulips instead of roses, yeah.
He only
dare
got
you.
me a $300 ring instead of a $1,000.
And that's just not gonna cut it.
No.
How dare you?
I feel like I wouldn't even be mad if he kind of just ignored Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
I've never been huge on it. My favorite thing about Valentine's Day is the day or two afterwards.
Where all the chocolate's cheap.
Yes! It's like
Yeah.
70% off. Nick knows. It's actually hilarious. We don't really... He'll, like, usually do a little thing for Valentine's Day, like a card and, like, some candy because I have serious sugar problems.
Yeah.
But literally my favorite thing, and we'll go do this together, is just afterwards I get really excited and go insane in the candy aisle. I'm
Which
just
you
like...
should.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like, so this is 70% off. I'm getting this one, and I want this one, and I want this one. It's
It's
so
usually
much fun.
overpriced prior because it's
Yeah.
Valentine's candy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like I feel like I enjoyed Valentine's Day more as a kid when you just got to like exchange cards with everybody.
That was the
Than
best.
having to have this pressure of like, what are you doing on Valentine's Day? Oh, go to an expensive restaurant, pay too much money for food, and like or like have like this added stress of like I need to do something. I've always worked on Valentine's Day.
Same. Yeah.
It's usually a weekday.
Because I don't
most of the-
have, because like I've never really had a 9-to-5 job.
Right.
I've always had jobs that made me work nights, not like made me, but just happen to work nights. Because I'd
Like,
rather
what are
do
you
that
gonna
than
do? Valentine's
open.
breakfast? Yeah. Pancakes.
I actually work at a
I would
breakfast
love
restaurant.
Yeah, that'd be
Valentine's
great.
breakfast. That'd be way better to be the
Heart-shaped
Valentine's
pancakes.
dinner.
You'd
Like,
be
make me some
surprised.
pancakes, French toast, bacon, whatever.
And then
Sounds
just stay
awesome.
in for the
Some
day.
mimosas.
I'm gonna make myself a Valentine's Day breakfast this year.
Actually, I might do the same because my husband's working. So I'm just going to hang out at home,
There
make
you go.
myself some
Hey, Zia, you
French
wanna come
toast.
over for breakfast?
Oh my God, babe, that sounds awesome, actually.
You and Krista?
Let's just make
Love
it
to.
Are
That
we
is our
invited?
timer.
Are we, I was like, is that
that
our,
him
like,
wanting to
that's our-
come?
that's
yeah.
a call.
I thought that was Stephen being like, do I get to come? Anyway, so really looking forward to the next episode. Super excited about the why does my brain keep doing this with
Treehouse.
St. Patrick's
Patrick's
Day? St. Patrick's Day episode Treehouse. Until then, where can people find you? You?
You guys can find me at BRI_Phipps, PHIPPS on Twitter and Instagram.
Hey guys, you can find me all over social media at Krista Flentje.
And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Xia_Land. It's XIA_LAND. So until next time, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Bye.
Bye.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.